Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rimworld Home on the Range. God, it's been a week as usual, and to be honest, I'm a little disoriented. The one thing I do remembering off stream, is that we finished our research for. I believe it was, yes, packaged survival meals, but I don't think we actually set up the bill to get those going. So yeah, we haven't. So I am going to set up a bill. Aha. Not enough cooking skill. We're gonna be stuck here for a bit longer, I suppose. God. I had a feeling that we might have to winter here. Ooh, my audio looks a little high. My mic's going a little red. Let's turn that down a little. Okay. That looks a little better. Okay, right. Okay, not enough cooking skill. So folks will have to train up a bit on that. So we will see how that goes, but I will have a do until you have, and I will set that to 100, which seems a bit excessive, but I want to try and caravan as far as possible each go on our way. So that's gonna be the way of it. We just need loads and loads of food. So let's actually get the simulation running again. And, get on to that whole getting loads and loads of food thing. We've gotten a couple new colonists, and we've got one in the process of being recruited. And I think that meant we, spaced out some of the responsibilities a bit. So we might be able to expand that rice field again so that we can get more rice. You may have noticed the slight difference in thumbnail. Ridiculous amounts of rice is what we're going for because it grows fast, and we get a bunch of it. And those things are kind of key for something like this, where we might be inclined to leave the place at a moment's notice, so. So we've got 3 bedrooms set up so far, but we've got 5 colonists. 2 of them are still sleeping in here. I think then we should build some more bedrooms, because we are going to need the bedrolls that we're putting in here anyway. So you may as well have everyone have decent rooms while they're here. There we are. We should have, decent amount of slate and storage, so that shouldn't be an issue, and we'll get a bit more wood out of it, which is good. No light at the tailor bench. That's probably something we should remedy. And is that? No, there is a roof there. It just looks like there was a patch of light, but nope, it's just the ground. Just the ground. Ah, meat has rotted away. Oh my god, the cooler. Why does it need so much power? It's not even that hot out. Do I seriously need to build a second This isn't even that big of a freezer. You know what it is? It's probably people walking through it to get the chunks through. That'll be what it is. Don't really know if I want to shrink it though. That's frustrating. Oh, okay. We have got psychoid growing, which is good for our waster chum. Ooh. We will need psychoid brewing, because rather than making the hard drugs, we might just do psychite D to conserve on the psychoid, because it takes less of it. And we don't need to do drug production, although we will want to do drug production at some point so we can get our own medicine supply. But psychoid brewing will be faster. What are we actually researching? Right, batteries. That's right. Batteries would probably help with the freezer problem. And there's also something we can take with us, so it's yeah, probably a useful tech to have. Gem is getting persuaded quite well. Yeah. Yeah. There seems to be some hunting going on. Yeah, I marked ibexes, that's right. Probably should hunt more of those, to be honest. Just need more textiles for clothes, in all honesty. It's it's a problem I don't often have. Ancient mech. Aha! Yes. The mech transponder. Someone's finally gotten close enough. It's right there. I can't believe no one's gotten close enough to it to set it off yet. Intact transponder. If you could get the transponder, you could reach valuable information from it. Massive mech smashed and fused to solid piece. Must destroy it to receive the transponder. I don't think we're gonna go for a Mechanitor. There's just too much infrastructure that can't be picked up and moved. It's not gonna be practical. Which is a bit of a pain, because it is a cool feature of the game and could be potentially very useful, but it's all about the practicality of moving stuff around. Speaking of moving stuff around, I need to move that door, because this is gonna end up being an outdoor hallway. So I can dismiss this. Excuse me, sec. There we go. Sorry. When I go quiet, like, yeah, that I'm usually just getting a drink. They're having a party in the barn. Interesting choice of venue. What are you feeling, Jericho? Why are you stressed out? Chemical want. Ah. Yes, I had kind of glossed over that. Chemical fascination. That's something to keep in mind. If we find any ambrosia, we should probably, harvest it as soon as possible and maybe consider getting into beer brewing later on. But the psychoid tea will probably keep him somewhat satisfied, at least for a while. It occurs to me all the bedrooms are down here. Maybe we should have a second dining room in the prison cell after all. It's... yeah. We don't have to bring both sets of tables and chairs, of course. Just the best ones. When we eventually vacate, but it does seem a bit excessive to be building two sets with a base this small, but the layout, I can see why it'd wind up having people not eating at tables. Plus it'll make Gem a bit happier. Health resistance 1.3, so a couple more attempts probably before Gem decides we're alright and starts working with us. What sort of stuff are you good at? You're really good at mining, okay at construction, decent shot. Okay, that's why we wanted you. Oh, and you're a nudist. So you'll actually be pretty happy that you don't have anything on. Hideous environment. Yeah. We're not having cleaning as a high enough priority. Maybe pump that up to a 2 for everyone. Just so that, the prison cell isn't covered in blood all the time. Ooh, there it is. Finally, that quest has actually popped up. Okay, so now we actually know where we're going. A friendly AI from your past, named Charlon Whitestone, has sent you a message. He reveals that he has a starship hidden on this planet and sends you its world coordinates. The starship is in deep hibernation mode. Thank you. It is in deep hibernation mode. You'll have to start it up when you arrive, then defend it from raiders trying to steal it until the startup sequence completes. It will be a long, difficult series of battles. If you can get the ship off the ground, Charlon Whitestone will take you off this Rimworld to the stars. So where, pray tell, is this thing? It is there. It is there. And we are here. So we are going north. What do our road networks look like? Okay, there is one going north, but the size of the detour and that polluted section will probably want to travel over country, to be honest. And gonna have to pass through this gorge, following the river up into... It is on a tundra tile. So we're definitely gonna need warm clothes by the time we get there. It is a fair old ways. But we'll have some interesting bits of interesting biomes to traverse through. Even if we basically go dead straight, we'll pass through some boreal forest and quite a bit of tundra. And we can forge a path dodging polluted areas, which is good. Might even be able to take advantage of this section of road briefly, maybe. But it's mostly going to be over open country this trek, which is not great. Usually when I'm caravanning, roads speed me along a lot, but yeah, it is gonna be one heck of a trek. We are probably gonna have to stop a few times. Yeah, okay, but that's the journey ahead of us. It is quite something, let me tell you. And it might be worth looking into drop pod technology eventually, so that we could perhaps set up forward camps. That's a thought. Send a few colonists ahead of the main caravan and just build a shelter before everyone gets there. That's an interesting thing. Interesting potential approach. Let me write that down, actually. Send forward parties in drop pods, ? There we are. Right. Anyway, back to business. We need a new research project because we finished researching batteries. We'll get onto that psychoid brewing so that we can keep Gem's dependency up. Yeah, we've got bills for the tribal wear, which we're doing to save some textiles. Not having to do pants and shirts separately. Do we have a bill for parkas? No, we do not. We should, because we may have to winter here. In fact, it's likely we'll have to winter here. So I'll make a bill to have 2 on hand, just to be extra safe. Excuse me. There we are. Man, all this talking, man, makes me thirsty. We finally have some buffalo wool. That's good. That might be a good thing to make parkas out of. 120. That might make a parka. We're already making a plain leather one, so I won't, force that to be made out of a specific material, but we will try and use, stuff like plain leather and light leather for stuff like the bedrolls. It says we don't have enough, but there's some in there. The ancient danger. Yes. That is up here. I think we noticed that before. I'm gonna mark that to remind me that that's there, but we are not touching this. No. Ancient dangers, if anyone watching is not as familiar with Rimworld, ancient dangers are old ruins that usually have bunch of ancient soldiers in ridiculous armor, asleep in cryptosleep coffins, usually guarded by mechanoids, which are incredibly dangerous robots. Essentially, cracking one of these open is no laughing matter. If you're not prepared, your colonists might die. And all you'll really have to show for it is some advanced components and maybe some prisoners that you can recruit. It's not really worth the risk until it basically isn't a risk. You really shouldn't do it without being prepared. It's not even that smart as a desperation move. So we are going to be leaving that well enough alone, most likely. Because we don't really have a reason to crack it open. We are going to be out of here, hopefully some point in 5501. So I'm just going to mark that and dismiss that letter. Jericho, you're having a mental break. You keep trying to flirt with Lucia. And the chemical hunger and the awful bedroom. Yeah, gonna have to put floors in here so people aren't pissed all the time. It's annoying. Insulting sprees aren't that bad. They just annoy other colonists a bit. It's not a targeted one, thankfully, so it's... Yeah, it could be worse. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put floors. We've got plenty of wood at our disposal, so I will floor the not stone tiles with wood. And the stone tiles I will order to be smoothed, because smooth stone looks pretty, both mechanically and actually, in my opinion. It's one of the reasons I dig into mountains so often in my playthroughs. But yeah, I told myself, cut down on the digging. Why is there a deconstruct order on that? I didn't authorize that. I don't remember authorizing that. Why is there a deconstruct order on that? That's weird. Huh. Anywho. How you doing, Jericho? Still throwing insults? Yeah, the insults. My god. Jericho called Gem's aunt a devil. Jericho called Gem a devil. Good. Break is over. That's good. Oh, thrombos. Yes. Thrombos, of course. Just look at these majestic beasts. Thrombos are these big, massive things that eat your trees and potentially my crops. But honestly, picking a fight with these guys isn't great. I mean, look at that frickin' horn. It really packs a punch. Thrumbo hunting is not something well advised for the unprepared. It can be worth it because their hides and horns are fairly valuable. You can get a lot of money off them or make really good quality clothing, but I tend to leave Thrumbos alone because they're kind of cute and just massive and majestic. I mean, look at that thing. Like, who comes up with this stuff? I mean, I know who comes up with this stuff, and I'm incredibly grateful to Tynan for bringing this upon the world. I was very tempted when there was a limited plushie release for these things to get one. I didn't, unfortunately, because I am very shrewd and also very conscious of the fact that if my room were to fill up with too many plushies, it might cause problems. Yeah, get some more components, why not? Again, people aren't hauling the rice. Why is that? Why are people not hauling rice? I have 2 people with haul set to be top priority. I guess they're just busy with other stuff. I mean, I do have a lot of construct orders because of the floors I'm putting in. Oh, Gem, your resistance is 0. Good, we can set you to recruit now. Ah, and that means we'll need another room. There we go. We should set up a temporary sleeping spot in here for when Gem gets recruited, just for the time being. Ooh, and Tukes. That's right. Sorry, my mind goes all over the place in this game sometimes. But yes, Tukes. Muffalo wool parka. That is going to be nice and warm. We should get Tukes as well, because that'll help with everyone's keeping everyone's heads warm. So yeah, do that until you have a couple as well. Good to keep a couple on hand for a couple of reasons. If the quality ends up being bad, you can sell them off to traders for a bit of dosh. Masterwork dining chair. Ooh. Masterwork furniture gets art engraved on it, and the descriptions of the art in Rimworld is procedurally generated. It's wonderful. Even the titles. Indebted Panther. Let's see what this is an art piece of. This furniture bears an illustration of Keegan Miller welcoming Keo Piggins Mulpyork as he becomes a colonist in a prison cell. Piggins is smiling and making eye contact. The work makes the viewer think of Community. This artwork refers to the recruitment of Piggins on the 2nd of August 5500. Ah. Oh. Speaking of pigs. Attacking immediately. Moloink. Compact. I frickin' the pig puns, man. The pig puns. And they're coming from this way. Poinker. My god. I swear, in a lot of my games, they don't go quite so hard with the pig puns on the pig skins, but here, this generated world is just puns galore. My god. Right, in that case, it's you and you who are the only good shots I've got. The only people armed, actually. Ah, god, I'm gonna have to make frickin' Gem a bow or something. But yeah, here should be good because it's just the one. So we'll probably get decently close. Keegan, what's the range on this thing? Yeah. So you will start shooting before they get to the fence. What is your strategy here, Punker? You're deviating quite far south. And we finally actually kill a raider. I am amazed. Like, the first couple of raiders we've gotten in this series, we just managed to down them. Captured one, they escaped, and Gem is the second we've captured. But now we've actually killed one. Oh, packaged survival meals. That's handy. Might save us a bit on raw food. A knife. It's awful, but it's in good condition, so if we get that inside quick, that'll be incredibly useful. Potentially. And you... We don't have any livestock that'll be willing to eat bodies, so we should probably just respectfully bury you. That looks like a good spot. Requiescat Patchum Punker. Yeah. Could have been nice. Jealous, but alas, 'tis not to be. Like the hairdo, am actually a bit sad. You guys are relieved. We've also got this warg that snuck into the animal pen. That is not fantastic. Quite a few turkeys. I'm more concerned about the alpaca getting targeted. But you know, info. What kind of leather? Leather type wolfskin. Okay. I don't have much of that. It'd be something, I guess. But wouldn't add to the plain leather or light leather stocks. It's, yeah. Curious case. What to do with what? Probably should hunt it so that our livestock don't get killed, because it might target this muffalo calf as well. We want to keep as many muffalos as possible so that we can carry as much as possible. Just gonna eat the body. I mean, that is the easiest approach, I suppose. But we will have to be rid of you so that you don't go after our animals. Alpaca wool too poor quality. That's fine. So long as it keeps its wearer warm, it'll be doing its job. Bork seems to have wandered out of the pen, but is still marked for hunting. I don't even know where it's... Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna queue up these bedrolls, even if we don't have the materials, so that we build them as we get the materials. Oh, and yeah, there's Gem. Hello, Gem. Draft you. You do not have to wear clothes if you do not want to, because you are a nudist. That's fine. Yeah, it might perturb everyone else, but screw it. I'm gonna value your personal happiness, because, yeah, you're not in the best mood. So being naked's canceling that out, so that's fine. So yeah, firefighting, patient, high priority, please. Bed resting, you're crap at social. The lack of social skill is really, really gonna bother me. I really hope we could get a good social pawn at some point. Basic at 2. We'll need to sort out a weapon for you, but once you have one, you can hunt. Yeah, construction at a 2 is good as well. Mining, yes, please. You're actually good at it. We're probably not going to be needing to do much of it, but and haul and clean at 2s as well. That way, you might end up doing a lot of the hauling and cleaning because we won't be doing much mining, but we'll see how that goes. And speaking of that weapon, we should... Yes, we can do that at a simple crafting spot. So we'll pop that in here and just say, hey, make a short bow, please. There we go. And that's Gem. Shooting skill of 7. So we'll pop you here for the purposes of combat. Oh, and we're finally shooting at the warg. It's probably gonna gun for us. Keegan, you coward. It's not even running at you. There we go. Easy. Nicely dispatched there. And there we go. Buried. Right. Oh. It's good, it's good. Things are happening, things are getting done. Ooh, Psycho Brewing done, that's good. I think... What? Honestly, yeah, biofuel refining. So we can get that drop pod idea started on. I can't believe y'all are putting the toques on when it's 33 degrees outside. Something makes me wonder how well exactly the centigrade scale is understood by the people at Ludion. Like, Titan's Canadian, he should understand. But some of the behaviors in certain temperatures really weird me out. Like, sometimes pawns will complain because their room is too hot because it's like 22 or 23 degrees when 22 degrees centigrade is standard room temperature and usually decently comfortable. Like, I don't quite understand some of the logic of pawn behaviors in certain temperatures, but But it was why I thought that the temperature being unsafe was the problem, when I think it was last episode we had that issue where I couldn't capture somebody. Bulk goods trader. Okay. Menlet Alliance. Okay, they've got... It looks like they're selling a dromedary and an alpaca. More pack animals could be useful. You couldn't have fucking scripted that. I mean... look at that. Donkeys. Keegan. You're the one we're targeting for social stuff. So you go ahead and go out there and trade. And hopefully while you're awake he'll rope those donkeys. Yeah, don't really need chickens. Yeah, I'd rather not keep male turkeys around, so I could sell them a breeding pair of turkeys. They'll probably quite like that. And then just keep 2 turkeys for ourselves for egg production. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, dromedary is a pack animal. That is great. Downside is, do we have enough goods to sell to make up that value? I think guinea pig fur sells well, bear skin, wolf skin. A camel hide, yeah, we don't really have enough of that to make anything out of, so yeah, I will focus on light leather and plain leather, and wools as our main textiles, so yeah. Oh, and we don't need this. Like, there's a non-zero risk someone takes 1 dose of that and gets addicted to it, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. So, yeah, I think, yeah, that's all we really have to offer them. Oh, the kid tribal wares we can offload that we bought by accident last time. We can offload those onto them. Now we only lose 12 silver from this exchange. Honestly, that is quite a good trade, I'd say. Not able to afford the other alpaca, but that's fine, honestly. Dromedaries have more carrying capacity anyway. So yeah, that's good. More pack animals is more good. And I think you are roping those donkeys. That's excellent. Need batteries, ritual opportunity. Oh! Drum party on the... That's interesting, because the ideology system isn't active. But it still triggers rituals on certain days. That's interesting. I don't really know if we have the textiles going to spare to make drums. Like, we've got beds to make. I did notice in the textiles we do have enough light leather for a bedroll. So I think I'm gonna make a light leather one, just because we actually do have the material for it. Yeah. That's... Oh, Jem took that one. So these are for... whoever's still sleeping here. Lucia and Keegan. I think Keegan will give you the light leather one, and Lucia will be the one to wait. Sorry. Sorry, Lucia. I know you're one of our good fighters and do so much for us, but just a little longer. Someone had to be first. Okay, batteries. Yes. I wanted to make a battery for the wind turbine, because that'll hopefully make the cooler problem less of a problem. There we go, and I'll want to build some walls to protect that. So yeah, little battery shed. Because then we can stick another battery there, if need be in the future. This is mainly just to protect the thing from raiders. And I should probably put a door like here so that people don't have to go through the freezer all the time to get out here. Okay, that caravan's gone. The donkeys. Yep, we now have 3, so I can dismiss that. Thrumbos have buggered off. I brought it away. This is why we have the battery. Don't know how much good it's gonna do us, though. Might be worth setting up another turbine, maybe. Maybe. If we're gonna keep having these temperature problems in the freezer and losing food, that's not great when we're trying to stock up on the stuff. Because we've only just hit the simple meal threshold and we're wanting a bunch of survival meals to get put in reserve. We're not going to make the things if we can't have the food on hand to do it. More berries, more food, just... It would be good if we could get underway in the fall, maybe. But honestly, I don't think it's a good idea to be traveling in the winter. We might have to winter here. And get going in the spring. Use the winter to prepare. Which means we should... Once we've got biofuel refining, we might have to go for hydroponics so that we can keep growing stuff inside. That might be the play. Because then we can spend all winter growing and cooking meals. So, nice dining room here. Eat without a table in your bedroom. Okay. Okay. Is it because it's technically a prison cell? Is that what it is? Because I could... move the prison cell, seeing as we don't have any prisoners right now. Question is, that looks in theory like a good spot, but if they break out, they're just out into the open immediately. Part of me wants to dig. I mean, we've got someone who's a good miner. I will indulge my dwarfy side a bit. Square off this room. Tuck the cell in the corner here. Diggy diggy hole. Anyway. What else? What else? Farming is being taken care of. Got a lot of livestock now. Is that... Yeah, the pen boundaries might need expanding. Honestly, wood is everywhere, so that's not that big of a problem. I can just do this, and suddenly we'll have a bunch more pen space. I might stick a gate here, just because that'll make sense. And so we get a zit that sets our cooler on fire, and we've got imps coming. An imp coming. And no prison cell for them if we manage to capture. Cool, cool. Sorry about that. Parents were just talking outside the shed. Didn't want you to overhear much. You're coming from this way. So we'll probably want to set up here. Yeah. That seems a good shout. This extension of the pen means that those bits for defense probably aren't going to come into play. We can deconstruct that because we'll probably want to use this as some kind of utility shed for the livestock, maybe. Hard to say. Ooh. In that case, I will want to build a wall so that the pen's actually enclosed. And honestly, may as well claim that whole structure as part of the base anyway. Come on, Nimpy buddy. What are you waiting for? Come after us. We're wide open. Furniture. Sleeping spot. And... there. That's our cell. I'll speed you along. Come on. We're ready for you. Have been for a while. Probably starting to get annoyed about waiting. Come and have a go. And there she goes. And geez, first hit on the first shot. And just dead. Okay. Guess that prison cell wasn't quite as high a priority as I thought. Jesus. Who landed that blow? I'm curious to see. You see his revolver bullet hit her in the arm. Died. Just died. Didn't even appear to be bleeding from the wounds. Just died. Interesting. Very interesting. Get the Jaden. Oh! A bow! Gem? Go pick that up, please. Just for the time being. And I think we'll pop your final resting place just next to this tree, not far from where you fell. Shame. Damn shame. You're pretty... That is a damn shame. I know it might be a little weird to, you know, see these pawns and think, ooh, pretty. I mean, they're very basic designs, but like you can do a lot with the hair and the eyes. I just I don't know. Does that make me weird? Maybe it does. I don't know. Drum party opportunity, yeah. Can't really... Don't have the drums, I'm afraid. Ooh, forced weather for pay. Those can pay out pretty well sometimes. What kind of weather? Wants to perform... Just a fog? Just a fog. Huh, psychic sensitizer. No, that's not good. Not useful. That's way down the tech tree. A shield belt's probably the most useful thing. Yeah, we can handle a 16-day fog. That's barely an inconvenience. And no, the shield belt should go on someone who's not capable of violence so that they don't come to harm if they wind up accidentally walking through crossfire. So Jericho, that's gonna be you. What you cooking? Survival meals, yes. Good. I'm gonna actually forbid those so that people eat the simple meals and we can just build up a stock of survival meals. I am noticing our wood reserves are going down a bit, so I am going to, at long last, turn on auto-cut in the pen so that we can clear all those trees out and get some more wood. once that triggers. We've also got some jade. Wolf? A wolf. A wolf peeked into the animal pen. We probably should hunt you because you're in the bit we're going to be expanding the pen into. There we go. Yeah. Might be an idea to do some boomalope taming as well, because, yeah, biofuel refining. Okay. Right. Right, biofuel refining gives us the ability to make biofuel out of biomass, which is stuff like wood and plant matter. But you don't actually need to refine stuff to get biofuel. You can just milk it out of boomalopes. And boomalopes are pretty common. So I figure we could just tame some boomalopes and milk them. That's what I usually do. Yeah, so do we go for transport pods next? Like right away? Try and do the forward thing on our first go? Or do we look into some other stuff first? Oh, we need microelectronics first. Yeah, we should probably... Yeah, hydroponics, that's right. I was going to do hydroponics so we can grow stuff through the winter, because we might, well, probably going to be ending up wintering here. Like, we're coming towards the end of August. Coming into the fall, it's gonna start getting cold, and those aren't the best conditions for caravanning, so we may just have to suck it up and winter here. I should perhaps just have a shelf somewhere for the survival meals. Maybe that's what this shed is for. Maybe that's what this shed is for. Stow the stuff that's specifically needed for caravans. Yeah, that's a thought. So it doesn't take up space in our general stockpile. Yeah. A couple shelves with where we keep the packaged survival meals. Before we go caravanning. That seems a thought. And we finally got Psychoid being brought in, so let's set up the bill for Psychite tea. Do that until you have 16 of it, but make it higher priority than the packaged meals, because Gem is, yeah, not happy from the dependency issue. Yeah, deficiency. Last ingested 12 days ago. You've got time before the coma. Should be time to brew some tea. Ooh. That's a thought. Running low on meat, and we want some more plain leather, so more ibexes, yes. And yeah, light leather bearing as well, please. And yeah, I don't want the boomalopes to breed because slaughtering them is dangerous. So I will tame a couple female boomalopes. I think you can milk them regardless of gender because you're not. It's not any kind of mammary you're milking. You're just getting stuff out of the chem fuel sacks they've got. That's what these yellow bumpies are. Deserter quest. Ooh. Joseph Steele, an infantry engineer, is calling from nearby. He has deserted the army of the refugee empire and is being hunted by a loyalty squad. He wishes to join you at Struggle City. Joseph knows the location of a key outpost containing everything needed to develop psychic powers. Beware, if you accept Joseph, you will become an enemy of the refugee empire. The pursuing loyalty squad will attack immediately. It is composed of one trooper. The problem is, if we are the enemy of the Empire, we will get Imperial raids. And the Empire have pulse weapons, which are terrifying. I don't really want the Empire chasing us north. No more information. Good. That means you cannot tempt me. I am sorry, Joseph. We will not be accepting your plea for revelation. Liberation. The Empire, it's just a thing that's here, and we're gonna deal with. I'm sorry. Storage should probably have manufactured drugs. Yeah, psychite tea we should keep in there, I think, because I think it can spoil. I don't know if it can, actually, but there's room in that stockpile space at the mo. Jen, how are you doing? Have you grabbed some yet? We have. Good. Ah. If it's not in a stockpile, it won't count towards the total, I hope. That gets... hope people haul it. Shelves are up. Storage clear and... clear, and link, and preferred foods, meals, packaged survival meals. Thank you. I will unforbid these so that they can be shifted there. No doubt some of them will get pocketed to be eaten later, which is annoying. I might up the bill to the maximum that'll fit on the shelves. Bill for the survival meals. Fill the shelves and base our you know, how far we caravan on that. Yeah, so how much has this pen expansion helped? Not as much as I would have liked. Once we get the boomloops in, we'll probably be beyond our consumption rate as well. Frick. Winter. Oh, I'm gonna need to start growing hay. Dang it. I don't know if we're gonna have time to harvest that. Oh, good grief. And you can't grow hay in hydroponic vats. You can grow rice, so I can feed them on rice if need be, but... Oh, geez, I hope there's enough growing time left. Rich soil should help, but we might be cutting it close. I hadn't even thought about that. Rotted away. Grid access stored. Current power use high. We still can't keep it cool. We need another cooler. That's the problem. It's just not enough to keep this room cool in the heat. It's like, Jesus, not that big of a freezer. Don't understand why we need so much cooling. It's indoors, which means it's all roofed. Man. Excuse me a second. But man, gee. Look at the time. Is that time already? I mean, I think this could be a good place to call it. We've made some progress. We have a bigger animal pen. We've got some more pack animals on the go. We've got a battery, which is part of the way to alleviating our woes with the freezer. We've almost got bedrolls for everyone. Textile issues. That is something I never thought I'd see. I've always wind up with just so many textiles that I don't need in Rimworld. It's really something that we're winding up low on those. Oh, and that's our second cooler. I should make sure that's set to the same temperature. Yep. Okay, so hopefully that'll keep it down below freezing. Yeah. It's still only just towing over the line. It isn't even that 26 degrees. Like, the cooling dynamics in this game, man. But anyway, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I hope you've enjoyed. Of course, I keep the simulation running and more quests pop up. Boo's Collection of Fortune. A Psychic Shock Lance? Probably not worth the trouble, honestly. But yeah, I think I am gonna call it here for today. I do hope you enjoyed. Well, will enjoy. Um, and yeah, I hope to see you next week. It'll be same bat time, same bat channel. Um, yeah. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.